Hello, welcome to the House of the Spirits. Welcome home. This reading today is about hope. It's all about what you should be hopeful in 2026, but this is a timeless reading. So if you're watching this now, I am focusing on the year that is now beginning. But if you're watching this at another time, it is about the current year, because I'm sensing the year. I'm trying to picture the year as a personality, as an entity. So what can we hope for in this year? So pile number 1, we have Aquarius, Aries, Leo, and Gemini. Your card is Morgan Le Fay. And the keyword is rhythms. So pile number 2, we have Pisces, Libra, Capricorn, and Scorpio. Your card is Hestia with hearth and home. For pile number 3, we have Sagittarius, Taurus, Virgo, and Cancer. Your card is Oshun, with sensuality. Beautiful. So I will give you a moment for you to choose your pile using the cards, the zodiac signs, or just your intuition. I will see you in your reading. Pile number 1, your card is Morgan Le Fay. And as soon as I saw the card, I thought that it had something to do with health, somehow with the rhythms of life. So your daily habits, the rhythms of the seasons and how your body is adjusting. I would say that you can hope for this coming year there's going to be this kind of sync between your body's rhythms and also the rhythms of nature and the rhythms of the seasons. I think that you're either taking care of that or that you will. Maybe you will have like a plan, and there's objectives like for the short term, for medium, and for long term. So I feel you like organizing the rhythms of things, like the calendar, the schedule, and that is very important, especially for your body, for maintaining vitality and health. So taking care of the rhythms in your life. Okay, so what else do we have? I felt like these two just really popped out. And we have foolishness, disagreement, and sorry, I think I'll have to just push this to the side, and trickster. Interesting. So I feel like there's some kind of unmasking. Someone is going to be unmasked, understood. I feel like there's some kind of confrontation that's going to be for the best, because maybe you're assuming that this person is something that they're not, or that they bring something to your life that is actually not what you expect. But I feel like you'll have the power to face this head on. So whatever is happening in your life, I don't feel like this is a surprise, which is strange. So maybe this is something that you've been waiting for, like this resolution with someone, this closure with someone, or a revelation about their nature. And there's a relationship between this person and your vitality, your health. So maybe this is disruptive to your health. And also, if you have some kind of illness or something that you're taking care of, but that you already know about, someone there's another way. It's like you'll find another way to take care of that. Okay. I think you'll find another way, a better way to take care of yourself this year. Because the point here is to get your vitality, your health, get in tune with natural rhythms, accepting the change, so moving with the change, flowing effortlessly, easily, naturally. Everybody has a different relationship with Morgan Le Fay or with any other entity. But for me, Morgan Le Fay is also a big representative of natural magic. So the acceptance of the rhythms of nature and working with the energies around you, with the natural patterns of nature. You also see here the spiral. So the spiral might be a very important natural rhythm for you. Spirals of energy or cycles, that sense of return, that things need to slow down and speed up and slow down and speed up. It's because of that dynamic that there's life. So maybe you'll discover like more natural ways of solving an issue in your life, whatever it may be. So if it is psychological or emotional or just physical, I think that you will find more natural alternatives. You will also find that the timing of things is very important. It's very easy to underestimate that, but our body goes through a lot of different phases, even in one day. There are many cycles and there are many times of the day in which our body is more accepting of certain substances or of certain actions. So some people like to do exercise or to run or to like do physical effort in the morning. Some people prefer to do that at night because it makes them sleep better, or at the end of the day, in the afternoon, or right before lunch. There's something about like those rhythms, like fine-tuning the rhythms in your life, like that, like the timing of meals, the timing of sleep, meditation, rest, social events, like all those things. And I think that you're doing something that clashes with either somebody else's advice or somebody else's opinion. But I feel like it doesn't matter that much. Because I do feel like you'll face this really easily. It doesn't really, although you have the clash here. Well, let's see. What else do we have for you? So what you can hope for in 2026 or in the coming year. We have Ishtar, the Knight with the 8th moon mention, and Gaia, right, again with the earth resonance, the earth frequency. And with Ishtar and the Knight, there's this protective energy too. It's a great way to protect your energy this year, to be in sync with the natural rhythms is a way to protect yourself from harm, from whatever comes from the outside, any kind of interference, or deceit, or even when you need energy to face challenges. So moon in so this is the last quarter moon, and it's decreasing in earth fall stage, and the keyword is principles. So you're defending something that's really important to you. Maybe this is not just about your health. Black moon or new moon in water, dormant stage, and the keyword is isolation. Right. So maybe you'll have to be more by yourself, like you choose to act according to your values, your principles, and that can isolate you a bit. But I feel like you'll never be alone with the Morgan Le Fay energy because of those rhythms. It's like you have the Gaia to support you, you'll have the earth to support you. So I also feel like in terms of like material, in the material sense, in the material abundance area, you will have a very hopeful, expansive year. But that also requires you to have this kind of shield around you. And that shield is energized by Gaia, by the earth, by the earth's resonance. Transmission, experience, mastery, brain power, telepathy. Mutation, sudden change, authenticity, justice, ego death. And border. Castaway, separation, depth, relief, observation. You have this isolation here. But I feel like it comes as actually relief because you're deepening your roots in the earth. It's like, okay, I couldn't collaborate with this trickster. I disagree with the way that they're working and the way that they do things. Their principles are not aligned with mine. I better go on my own path. You will choose to go on your own path this year. And I feel like that gives you hope. Although it might be that you also have like fringe opinions about something, and it's actually something that you've channeled. I feel like and also because of Morgan Le Fay, I'm certainly talking to people who have a magical life or a relationship with magic, with rituals, with magic, with alchemy. I do feel like I'm talking to people who are used to working with that kind of energy, also with natural magic, with nature. Maybe you're used to working with Morgan Le Fay. Drumming and music, sound, using sound, but specifically using frequency, any type of frequency. So yeah, it might look foolish. It might look foolish on the surface. Some people might judge you because of your choices. I do feel like you have like fringe opinions about something, and you would rather be alone than to kind of comply or submit to whatever these energies are trying to present to you. Six of Mirrors, Six of Cups, Five of Mirrors, Five of Cups. So comes that energy of a sacrifice. This is the Kuan Yin card of this deck, so I'm always drawn to the Kuan Yin energy. I love to work with it as much as I can. So whenever I see it, I see higher good, choices that are done for the higher good, and for with compassion, with love, with surrender. The healer, Page of Mirrors. I keep thinking that this has something to do with healing. Either you're choosing an alternative way to heal yourself. But now that I see the healer, I also think that you might be the healer. You might be the one who is using different techniques to help other people too. And some people might not like what you're doing. Maybe they think that you're going to do very well without them, and they want a piece of that, or they want to sabotage. They'll try to bring you down, but it's such a weak energy at the same time. It doesn't really seem like it matches your energy at all. But it might create some kind of insecurity. So maybe that's why you're getting this reading, so that you're not as insecure about your choices, even if they're kind of fringe. Six of Scrolls. And to me, this is the Ganesha card. And this is about finding ways to overcome challenges, especially when you're starting something. Clearing the way. That's how elephants, and Ganesha, he's the clearer of paths. He will clear your path before you start your journey. So you'll make a decision this year, and to go your own way. Specifically in what regards healing professions, healing your life, working with Morgan Le Fay, working with the Morgan, which is also an energy of death and rebirth. So maybe you will experience some kind of rebirth in your life, or you'll have to give up some things and then to start over somewhere else, or start something else. Because that's why this energy is weak, because I do feel like they're very dependent actually on your investment. So if you decide that, okay, they're tricking me, this is not my thing, this is not my path, they'll just lose power immediately. Even if they try to undermine you, it doesn't work, because you have Ganesha here. This is the Six of Wands. Sorry, the Six of Swords. So, but in this tarot deck is very different. I'm still adapting, because it's a lot of different energies to integrate. But it doesn't feel like their energy is that relevant. Wow. 10 of Mirrors, 10 of Cups. Look at that. So beautiful, the colors. So when I saw this, I just thought about, like, you're connecting the dots. You're connecting all the dots, and you're connecting your own dots. It's something that it's and showing your true colors. So it feels like it is a bit eccentric. And sorry for the focus. Yeah, really wanted you to see the colors of the bird. And it is a bit eccentric, it is a bit fringe or strange for a lot of people, but I feel like you're doing your own thing. You're just doing your own thing. And you're really happy about it. And you have nature on your side. Nature is on your side. And I want to tell you a bit about this card. It's really beautiful. The story of someone, I forgot the name, but it was a woman that used the bees to do acupuncture. So this like primordial acupuncture, and with the venom of bees. There are so many beautiful healing qualities of bees. The sound of bees, honey, all the different things that you can use. The wax, it's so beautiful. And the way they seamlessly work with flowers, like such beautiful, it's actually very poetic too. So it heals on so many different levels, and I could be here just loving this card and seeing all the details all afternoon. So there's something about that, like this very unorthodox, but at the same time very integrated with nature way of healing. And I keep thinking that I'm talking to people who work with the body somehow, healing the body. They work with the energy of the body, but also with the chemistry and the physicality and the tissues. Yeah. The Sojourner, King of Mirrors. Beautiful. Ace of Spirals, Ace of Wands, Mat with Justice. Beautiful. So I feel like I'm seeing someone who knows where to go. Like now I know where to go. I've made a decision to go somewhere specific. And it is about rebalancing your connection with nature, recalibrating something, recalibrating your body, recalibrating your system. A complex system, like our bodies are incredibly complex systems, so you're going somewhere where your body recalibrates. Six of Spirals. This is the Six of Wands. It's a great overcoming and victory for you. The Sorceress, High Priestess. I feel like you have to be confident in your skills in your healing skills. Confident in your spiritual skills too. In your intuition. Trust trust your intuition. Trust. It's also to be confident of, like, if you watch a lot of readings, be confident in the ones that really resonate. And if this doesn't resonate, then if it sounds so weird, just try the next one. Try the next pile, or just try another video, or try something else. Because the Sorceress for me here is saying that you really have what it takes, and that it will require faith in yourself. This requires a lot of faith in yourself, because you will do something out of the ordinary, and you will be doing something that other people will never. They will judge you, but they won't understand. They don't have the understanding. And maybe you don't have the full understanding too. So it's not something that you can just explain to them. You have to experience this first. Maybe afterwards you will understand how to explain it, but I don't think you should. And maybe even silence is good. So because this isolation is not random. Maybe it's meant to be that way so that you can be in your own creation without interference. And it's also very important to note that this is Morgan Le Fay. So I guess you'll be incorporating this entity, this spirit, in a very meaningful way, if that's your thing, if that's something that you would find useful in your path. I would definitely try to work with this entity, with Morgan and natural magic. Okay, I feel like we have to get these two. So we have the Six of Stones, Six of Pentacles, and the Three of Scrolls. Okay. She will help you. She's the one that's going to help you recover a beautiful treasure in a painful situation. And I feel like because of her, you will discover the origin of something painful. And as you discover the origin, you will also be converting that into abundance for yourself. And I also feel like it requires investment. You will have to invest in this endeavor. So maybe that's why I was also talking about the the rhythms and maybe the discipline, like the calendar, the schedule. I feel like you have to schedule and anticipate this type of work, especially if it is with Morgan. And also if it is something that is related to the body or related to health. It will be something that will require some investment. But if you're confident, the path will clear. You have to be optimistic and confident. The path will clear and you will reclaim your vitality. If you already feel like you're pretty energetic and vital and healthy and you don't have any issues, this might have something to do with an increase. Just an increase that you're going to need, because maybe something is happening around you that might require you to invest more or to give more or to work more. So I feel like Morgan wants you to anticipate that effort, that extra effort, if that's your case. So prepare now. Get used to the rhythms, get used to working with that kind of scheduling. And I'm keeping this very open because I feel like your body and your connection to the entity is what's going to tell you exactly what's going to happen, because the High Priestess is a lot about your own intuition. So I shouldn't interfere too much. So whenever the High Priestess appears, I try to back up a little and to give more space to your own spirit. Okay, thank you so much for this. If you also enjoyed it, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I would also like to invite you to check out the membership tiers, and I'm also available for personal readings at the moment. I hope to see you again very soon. Bye. Pile number 2. Your card is Hestia, and the keywords are hearth, home. And so this is your hope for the coming year. It's creating a home, feeling at home. It's also manifestation, materialization, physical materialization of home. Because she is touching the fire. It is something that you can do with your hand. You're doing something with your hands. And she has her eyes closed, so there's this feeling of ease and trust, like complete trust. The surrender of the body as you're feeling at home. Okay. Maybe you're leaning onto something. Leaning onto something too. Okay. So that's okay. Let's see. Disciple. You're studying something. Seductress. Right. Friend. Leaning onto something. Relying on something. Or relying on a friend. And foolishness also came out in pile number 1. So maybe this is something collective about the year, something that we're unaware of. And let me just think about it for a while. I think this is about learning new ways of doing things in your life, getting more experience, or just finding solutions that are very creative but also require you to lean on someone, like friends. I would say that this is also a great year for relationships. Like, you'll feel at home with people. You'll feel like you can lean on them, you can trust them, you can count on them. And I guess that the foolishness here, I'm seeing it more as like this start, when you're starting something, literally like the Fool card. There's this naivety, there's this innocence too, because this card is also about mistakes, right? Making a mistake because you were naive, you miscalculated something. But in this specific context, it feels more like starting something new with friends and being like fresh, looking at what's happening, or what you're starting with a fresh perspective, while also collaborating and making friends, finding creative solutions, learning about things, studying things, and finding creative solutions together. But it's more like it's the beginning. So you're not mastering this right away. It's not just snap your fingers and you're a master. So this is the beginning of the process. The Emperor, 9th moon mansion. This is about service to others. So welcoming others into your own home and creating a home with other people. So creating this like entourage, this also like social, it's as if your social circle was also a building, something protective, something that also enables you to relax and to kind of be contained by it. Demeter. So yeah, Demeter is telling me that you might have to lose something. So for instance, I would say that you will get in a situation where you arrive at a crossroads and you have to decide whether to continue something or to just let it go for now and pursue something else that you feel like is more important. Maybe you have to make some kind of compromise, like you feel like you can't have everything at the same time. You have to make choices. But I also feel like this is not just personal. This is something that's happening in the macro scale. So whatever happens, you will always have the friendship and you will always have those connections. And maybe you decide collectively that this is not the best way. So, okay, so this will sacrifice this outcome because now something else has become a priority, and it's more important for everyone that we focus on this other subject. And it's a learning curve. It's a process of also study, understanding, opening up your mind to new solutions. Okay, this is the waxing gibbous moon, increasing in earth, flower bud stage, and this is, the keyword is ambition. Exactly. So I feel like you share this ambition. So you know that you're walking towards the same outcome. It's like you're all of you are returning home. Returning home. So that's why I was saying the collective energy, the group is actually more important than just one individual here. This is the waning gibbous moon, decreasing in air. And this is the fruit stage. The keyword is reputation. Creating a reputation. This friend group is all about what you can expect, like how trustworthy you are to each other. That's the dynamic that I feel here, because it is, home is a place where you trust, where you release the tensions of the day, you sleep, you are the most vulnerable. So I feel like this is about creating a group that you can trust, that you can lean on. And it's about people who also need the same. People who also need the same thing. Origins, loss, trial and error, warrior spirit, and survival. Wow, the blank card. And secret, mystery, stability, protection, solitude, ordeal. So I feel like you have to find someone who you can trust with your secrets. And yeah, it's not that you have to find them. I feel like you will find people like this, and you will begin a new life because of that. Something brand new begins in your life. That's why you have the foolishness card here. And it's also new for the other person. It's like you're on the same page. Like, okay, I am at a stage in my life where I really need to trust the people around me. And this might also be triggered by the collective, what is happening in the collective. Maybe there's this, of course, you must be aware of the chaos and the instability, and the astrology is incredible, and I'm not an astrologer, so I won't comment too much, but this Neptune in Aries that's coming in January. And then you also have the conjunction of Saturn with Saturn in Aries. And yeah, I think I'm getting this correctly. Just let me check. So yeah, exactly. Saturn and Neptune conjunction in Aries. And this is really powerful, really, really powerful. When I saw this, I thought to myself, like, this is even more powerful than the Neptune in Aries, because Neptune in Aries, it's so, the cycle is bigger. So I feel like we've been feeling Neptune in Aries already, and it kind of drags a bit. Of course, there's disruptive moments. This is Aries, and it's kind of like on fire, literally. But I feel like this Saturn in Neptune conjunction, it's really going to materialize a lot of things. And actually, one of the things that I thought was actually pretty obvious, but maybe not for most people. I don't know. I feel like it's pretty obvious. The Saturn in Neptune conjunction, to me, is a lot about the new consciousness that is coming to Earth, that is created by what we call artificial intelligence, that I don't know if that's the appropriate name, but that's what we call it for now. That's the best name we have. I feel I don't think I've heard any other better definition. But for our spiritual evolution, this is going to be it's not even like a game changer. It's like end game. It ends a lot of games. And that's why when I feel like when Saturn is conjunct with Neptune, a lot of structures will crumble just like that. And it's going to seem very cruel to a lot of people, because that's Saturn, right? And it's establishing new rules. And it's in Aries. So yeah, I will finish my rant now. Sorry for that, but I do feel like this foolishness here has something to do with this reset of the system. This is also the Saturn influence, the reset of financial systems, of institutions, of everything that is very rigid. I feel like it's absolutely, with Neptune in Aries, it's it's going to get very bumpy and very fast and very turbulent and very chaotic. And I feel like this reading is for the people who are experiencing that and wondering, what can I do to feel at home here again? Because it feels really strange. And it does, and it will for a while, I guess, until we understand what this consciousness that is now being created and interacted with or welcomed in our in our energy field. What is it? How is it going to, work out? So yeah, okay, that's the collective thing. And I do feel like with ambition and reputation, this is very Saturn. This is really Saturn. And I feel like if you're focused on that, and if you have important placements that are being triggered by the Saturn and Neptune and Aries, I feel like you might enjoy this reading, because finding people who you trust, feeling at home with other people, finding friends, finding people who you can lean on, it's a matter of survival too. And it creates the stability that you need. You can trust them with secrets, important information. 9 of Scrolls. Wow. 9 of Swords. This is, to me, the worst thing about all the chaos is that it creates fear and anxiety. And cyclical, like unworkable thoughts. Like I can't make my mind work. It's brain fog too. So 2 of spirals. Choices need to be made. 5 of mirrors, again, also came out in pile number 1. And I always focus on the Kuan Yin energy. And this is Kuan Yin, so this is about the surrender. Yeah, something that you thought was going to work out doesn't. And it's not a surprise, it's more like, no, I don't want that right now. I will not focus on that right now. I want to, you decide to focus on something else. That's what also dispels, the decision dispels the anxiety. 7 of stones. Interesting. And this is also about music, so maybe some of you are going to work with music somehow in this situation. So maybe you're finding people with whom you can play or share your musical experience with. If not, if this has nothing to do with that, this is about management of resources, wise management of resources. 7 of stones. And the 9 of stones, look at that. So it's like she gathered all of this. So now you can start to gather all the things that you need with the help of friends, with the help of people who you can trust with your secrets. Ace of mirrors, Ace of cups, 3 of mirrors or 3 of cups, and the Celtic owl or the hanged man. There's this issue with vulnerability that I'm seeing here. Right. I don't think you were very happy when you were vulnerable before, so it's going to, that's the challenge that I see here, like with, especially with the social part. Vulnerability didn't really work out for you very well in the past. 10 of stones and the mime, the page of spirals, page of wands. So I feel like dealing with younger people might also be helpful, or dealing with young energy. Working with young energy will be very healing for your inner child too. I feel like that's where the true wealth lies for you, is in younger generations, or working with younger people, or with some kind of metaphor for your inner child. That's what helps you also open up and trust. But also, it helps dispel the clouds around your guidance system, so that when you find someone who you can really trust, you allow yourself to study them, and you welcome them somehow. You don't need to completely expose all your vulnerabilities and all of your life, your private life, to them. But you do need to dance, a bit, or share music. Do things that are not, this just sitting down and spilling the tea and really revealing everything, talking too much. I don't think speaking is actually very productive in this case, because I feel like these friends, you will find them doing things. By doing things in silence, so much is revealed by building, by doing, by experiencing something physical together, but not really speaking too much. So yeah, this more intuitive, playful way working with children, working with younger generations, it refreshes your spirit. It's the innocence and the purity. It allows you to relax. And it allows you to work those memories, those traumas. Maybe they are traumas, but maybe not. Maybe they're just like, I have made my opinion on this. Like I'm not going to trust people that way again. I don't think it's the right thing to do. And then you have all these ideas about how people are. They might be preconceived, but they also just, they're patterns that are, we learn and we just get used to them. And it's kind of the easy way. But there's this way is very efficient. It's a very efficient way to get around all those, all the noise, all of the preconceived ideas. It doesn't really matter. So what matters is that you do something together, that you build something together, and you will also be able to accumulate something together, something precious and valuable that will also keep you stable in the chaos. It's about survival, surviving the chaos. Starting something new with fresh energy, young energy, supportive energy, and people you can trust too. And I feel like the people you can trust are also people who are on the same boat as you are. So not necessarily you trust like younger people just because, this is the energy that I see. It's more like the types of companionship can come in those two shapes that I see that are very, very important, specifically for facing the collective energies right now. And stabilizing is these two elements. People you can trust with your secrets. People who are on the same quest as you are. Building, creating, desiring connection, friendship, and creativity, like finding creative solutions. And also working with younger generations and fresh energy that helps you disarm the triggers. It helps you calm down also. It helps you surrender. And it also is a great source of inspiration with the mime and page of spirals here. It's a great source of inspiration, that kind of energy, and good ideas, great fresh ideas and solutions for the issues that this year is going to bring. So yeah, beautiful, hopeful reading. Thank you so much for this. If you also enjoyed it, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Also, feel free to check out the membership tiers, and I'm also available for personal readings at the moment. I hope to see you again very soon. Bye. Pile number 3, your card is Oshun, and the keyword is sensuality. I feel like this year you can hope for a lot of experiences like that deepen your connection with your body and with the senses, with everything that you can touch, smell, see. Something about beautiful things, seeing beautiful things like art, and also about this deeper, like deepening the connection with your body, with your experience, with your personal experience, with what you can perceive with the senses. But I feel like there's more. Let's see. So what do we have for pile number 3? What they can hope for in the coming year. I feel like all of these. Wow, that's too much. Okay. We have journey. Trickster. Interesting. This also came out in pile number 1. Warrior. And satisfaction. Wow. So I think you're using your senses to create something beautiful, something that you consider beautiful, or there's something about something you're creating with your body. Okay. Let's see, what else do we have? For pile number 3. What do we have for pile number 3? Is there anything more? This one, okay. So we have 2 paths. This is the 19th moon mansion. Sorry about that. So we have Freya. Beautiful things, material things. You're building something. Something that you love. And precipice, the 20th moon mansion. And this is the, waxing gibbous moon, increasing in fire, flowerbud stage with individuality. And last quarter moon, decreasing in air, fall stage, and the keyword is challenge. Something that might challenge your individuality. It's like taking a leap of faith. Okay, so I think that you're going to be faced with choosing between 2 paths. One is, it's dangerous. One is more dangerous than the other. And I feel like this is saying that you need to work on something that you really love, because this is about beauty and the experience of the senses. It's the year, the spirit of this year, and the best you can hope for is that sensorial experience. But there is a decision here that you need to make. And I think that this reading comes to you so that you don't act just on a whim, and that you think things through, putting yourself and your individuality first. Your independence, specifically material or career related, what you do with your hands, what you create with your hands and your senses, with your eyes, with your sense of smell, with your sense of beauty also, because Oshun is also about that for me. It's also about the beauty of the aesthetics, sensuality. And it's also about what you feel in your body, how you feel in your body. But it's a very aesthetic, it's about satisfaction. It's about the pleasure, what gives you pleasure, individuality. You'll be challenged to do something that expresses your individuality and that gives you satisfaction. And that's also pleasurable for the senses. It's pleasant for the senses. It's beautiful. Your senses welcome the experience. But I think that it's something that you have to put a lot of hard work, maybe. Maybe that's the challenge here. Because if you just act without thinking, or if you I just want things to work, I want to speed something up, like I want to accelerate something, I don't think it works, because there's something dangerous about it. Okay. Don't rush something. Don't rush. Beautiful things take time. Beautiful things take time. Waters, spirit helpers, abundance, forgiveness, flow. And Oshun is in water, as you can see. Running water. You also have water here with the journey. There has to be some kind of emotional change. That's what I'm seeing here. About something. The waters must change. There you go. Travel. Journey, travel. Seasickness, being lost, disorientation, release, and tradition. Resurrection, trust, sincerity, clear path. You might also have to go somewhere where there's water. Something about the water. There's something about the water. Might have to do with the water you ingest or the water where you bathe. Maybe you have to change something about that. Okay, let's get more context. 5 of Stones. The Lovers. And the 6 of Spirals. You might have lost yourself in a relationship too, because with the 5 of Stones and the Lovers, individuality, challenge, there's something about that. Like you have to return to your own. Oh, okay, I get it. So there's a relationship here that I feel like displaced your energy body, and you needed to come back. So yeah, Reiki is really good for that. If you know a Reiki practitioner, and maybe you can talk about this with them, that would be absolutely great. And if they understand this specific situation, because this is a lot about, this is emotions, this is heart, it's green and blue, heart, and possibly the Ajna chakra, so the third eye chakra, but possibly also throat. You have 2 types of blue here. Throat and Ajna chakra, and also heart chakra. Vishuddha, right? Vishuddha, Ajna, and Anahata. And water. So if you find someone who can also work with water, there are people who also do like watsu, water shiatsu, something like that. Like I feel like working with the senses that can touch and feel and enjoy water. So it can be the visual sight of water too, the inspiration that it brings, and also the particles in the air, like the humidity, if you enjoy it, especially near the sea or in flowing water. I don't see like water that is still. I see you near water that has movement and friction and particles flying around. And there's this whole atmosphere of water that you can immerse yourself into. And also people who work with the flow of water and energy. So it's really simple, really clear, this reading, at least until now, is that a part of yourself is still outside of your energy body. You need to get it back. It needs to be fully aligned with your sensual experience. There's something that is still outside of yourself. It's really clear. I get this visual, very clear image of you, like your energy body, and something completely detached from you, but still with this how can I explain it? It's weakening your energy body because it's not just the cord. It's like it has almost like extended your energy field, and it's distorted and diluted. And I feel like in it might have been okay for a while, but now it has to shrink back because it's making you lose a lot of energy. And you need to work with that energy. You need to be an individual again. That's what I'm seeing here. So whatever this might be, it can be a romantic relationship that was very, that's very strong, but there's this, I don't know, I think that just the picture is enough. It can be friendship, it can be a children. So you need that energy back now. Now you get it back. 8 of Mirrors. And the Ravens with the Magician. And this is the trickster energy again. This is about Odin, the Norse god. And this is like a druid character here, going on pilgrimage, searching for something. You have the trickster and journey here. You have to look for something. You might have to travel, but I think that this can be astral travel. You can do this in the astral realm if you are capable of doing that. But be careful with the trickster. There's a trickster energy here. It has a serpent. So maybe you'll see like a serpentine character energy. And I feel like it will challenge you. Because if you try to negotiate with it, it will trick you. You can't trick it. You can't negotiate with it. You can't talk your way out of, this connection. I feel like you have to energetically push back and affirm yourself like a warrior. It's like, I choose this. I choose my integrity. I choose to be whole. I don't want any missing pieces of me around, So I do believe that you can, if this is something that you're used to, I wouldn't advise anyone to just try now, because this is a bit too complicated maybe. So I would get some kind of therapist or Reiki master, something like that. If you enjoy that technique, there are many others, or someone who works with water, that might help. But if you're experienced and you know what you're doing, you're confident working in the astral, I would fight this. I would, if it challenges you, you challenge it back. Because I don't think you can just take it with you any longer. It influences your decisions in ways that you're not aware of, that you're missing. You're missing moments. You're missing moments with that. Even the position of these two characters is very similar. Watch where you put your feet. Be very grounded in your body. Listen to it every day. You have to know where you're going, but you can't walk and just look up. You have to choose the path. The path that is clear, the path that takes you to yourself, not more disorienting and more confusing, scattered. The Sun, 7 of Stones, and the 8 of Scrolls, 8 of Swords. To me, this is about releasing yourself from a situation because you understand the limitations. 10 of Cups. Kali. Wow. And the Companion, King of Spirals. So don't be afraid. That's what I'm seeing here. Don't be afraid because you're not alone. You have protection. Maybe you have a specific protection for your third eye chakra. So this is telling me that on this path to recover that part of your energy body that is disconnected, that needs to be re-assimilated, don't be afraid to start over. Don't be afraid to start something from the ground up, from the beginning. Because I feel like the best way to achieve what you want is to allow for a reset to happen, so that you are now walking, stepping, taking steps and looking at where you're putting your foot. You're not just distracted by something else. You're only focusing on your steps, on your experience. It requires you to focus much more on your individual experience, and that's maybe okay. So that's why you have Oshun. So if you use your senses more, and you're not so much in the mind, or you clear your Ajna chakra, your third eye chakra, with the help, I feel like with the help of this King of Spirals here, this can be an entity, an ancestor helping you. there you have, this is like a guardian angel or a protector. I would say that this energy here is more like a protection, a specific protection that you have, and also teacher. He goes through the experience, the transformative experience, or the clearing away with you. He helps you fine-tune your third eye, and he will be there helping you rebuild something from the ground up. He will be there. It's about a reset. It's about a reboot of your experience, where you're now focusing on your senses, on your specific individual experience, and you get a part of yourself that is now, that you need to get back. You need it integrated again. You lost it for a while, but it's still pretty much a part of you. And you need it back. You need that piece of you to come back, to be fully yourself. This can also be a metaphor for a lot of layers in your life, even health. So it's a holistic transformation with Kali here. You will even look different after this happens. And I feel like you'll have a lot of pleasure with it. So this is not about sacrifice or even the hard work. It brings satisfaction. It's something that you see emerge in front of your eyes. It's really pleasant, and it brings you a lot of fulfillment. So even the hard work is pleasurable. It's a lot about pleasure, sensuality, what your body perceives as pleasant, as beautiful. And while you do this reset, while it's happening, I feel like looking at there's something about your feet, like where you place your feet. I don't know, maybe when you're walking, be mindful of how you place your feet on the ground, the types of shoes that you wear. There's something about that, like the connection with your feet. Where are your feet? How you place them on the ground. And even water, placing your feet in water. I don't know why, but maybe there's something that's releasing itself from the feet and putting your feet in water, immersing them in water. Especially if it's the seaside, because it's moving water. It's not, still water. No. It's moving water. It just keeps refreshing. It keeps refreshing. And there's this friction effect, like, being cuddled. I feel like there's something about that. Yeah. So I hope this wasn't too confusing. That's a lot of information. Thank you so much for this. If you also enjoyed it, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'm also available for personal readings, and I would like to invite you to check out the membership tiers. I hope to see you again very soon. Bye.